Hi everyone. Right, I'm back. Now, I'm going to show you how to make these. They're very simple and very easy to make embellishments. Now this you can use for an earring. If you're making earrings, you can actually use it to put on like a wooden box or some kind of a box to use as a lever to lift it up, the lid. Or just use it as an embellishment and hang it, even add something here, like a little droplet or something. It's completely up to you, but I'm just going to show you how to do that first. Now, you need wire, so I've just got some, I don't know the gauge of this wire. I know it's flexible. If anybody else knows wire and knows anything about it, this is quite flexible. Just put it on the comments if you don't mind, and then it'll help somebody. I've cut, let me just see, now I've cut 10 inches, but it's probably far too much anyway. And you need a selection of beads. So what I'm going to do is just hook that to start with so they don't drop off. I've got mixed seed beads and I'm using 3, really hard for me to see, 3 silver seed beads. And then I'm using some tiny beads. These are, I think they're 3mm. And you want 3 of those. This makes a decent size, whatever you want to call it, hanger, you know. Well, it can be used for anything, whatever you want it to be. So 3 of those. Then I'm using a 6mm one, and you want 3 of those. So it's quite easy to make a pair of earrings if you choose to. Then I'm using 1 8mm pearl. Oops, keep that straight if you can. Sometimes they clog on the end and it shouldn't really, but that's it. Back to using the, I think they're 4mm. So we're using 3 seed beads. That's a different one. I have to take that one off. 3mm, 6mm, and 8mm. So I now need to get this one. Sometimes, because they're only acrylic and they're not glass, they stick together, but then again I've had glass ones that have stuck together, so. But I love doing anything like this, it's quite fun. So going back to the 3mm ones, like that. Oops, fiddly little buggers, aren't they? And then the 3 seed beads. Now I do need to make sure I get them all the same colour, because I have gold and silver mixed up in here. I haven't sorted them yet. So we want 3 of those. And we gonna see. I think that's silver and that one. And then what you do is you drop them all down to one end. Now you don't need much. You need about 1 inch on both ends. So I'm just going to cut that there. And then we twist. Just put a twist in it, like a double twist. And you've got whatever shape. I mean, you can shape that whatever shape you want that to be. But you must, let me just hold one section of it and twist it with the, I did that wrong. Twist back, lady, wrong way. Right, so I'm just pushing the beads down, and unlike me, I accidentally cut them. Don't do it. That's what I've accidentally done. I've cut the, because these are cutters as well as flat and round, and I've just accidentally, what a sausage. Don't panic, start again. See, people make mistakes. Oh, what a silly sausage. So I'm just going to pick this up, take the beads off it, sling my phone out the window because I'm sick to death of hearing it bling. Oh, go bzzz, that's all it does. And we shall start that again. See? Now, don't be running off beads. Yeah, oh, that was a gold one actually, I've just spotted that. Actually, I didn't need that. I must have had one attached to the other one. So we'll start it off with 3 silver, because that's the choice I've made. Then 3 3mm. And again, like I say, they are acrylic beads. I can't see a blooming hole though. Then we're using the 6mm, and you want 3 of those. Pop them on. Then the 8mm. A bit awkward to thread that one. Back to the 6mm, and you want 3 more of those. There we go. The 3mm. 3 of those. And then let's just see if we can get these on without having them flick all. Oh, I thought that had flicked off somewhere. There we go. I nearly did it. I nearly did it. Right. My word, these just don't want to go, do they? I'm going to have to catch this one now because I'll do it that way. They've just flicked off. 1. See, I'm not using a glass or anything to, you know, like a magnifying glass. And if it don't frigging go on, I'm going to kill it. There you go. On you go. So now we've got them all on, and what you have to do is try and squeeze them on as tight as you can and do 1, 2 twists. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm wasting a bit here, but who cares? And then you need to leave about a centimetre and a half, like that. Then you take your round nose pliers and you make a loop on both of them. And that loop depends, you do it as big as you want, okay? And you, that's it, about that'll do. See, I've got 2 loops like that. And then what I do is I just twist them together and spin them like that. And you can tighten mine up or loosen mine off, whichever, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave mine like that, and with the flat end just press it like that, and hey presto, you've got yourself a pair of earrings. Slightly bigger loop on that one, doesn't matter. But then if you're fitting that onto a box, I'm going to show you how I do mine. I take a piece of wire, usually a little bit thicker than this one, so I'm just going to cut this one in, not in half, about that much, approximately 2.5 inches. Now this is if you're putting it onto a box. And then what I do is take the round nose pliers and I make 1 loop. So I'm just going to put it slightly one, you know, to one side and just make that loop, okay? And I pull it to the size I want it. Flatten these out, and I'm going to show you what I mean because it's easier for you to. You can do that a double loop if you want for safety, but just imagine that is my box, and then what I do when I'm doing the lid, I attach that to the lid like that with the loop facing outwards, and then I use you know, one of the rings, I forgot the called now, that joins things together. Oh, what they're called? Oh God, train of thought's gone. So you flatten that down and you glue that in. I would only do this small and split ring, and then use your split ring to attach that. You see? And then that way you can just use that to lift up your box, and that's how I do them. So I hope you can see that. So it's just making a loop. So we'll show you that. Obviously that will all be pinned down and glued down onto your box as straight as you can get it. It's good with flexible wire because you can manoeuvre it about and manipulate it into place. So that goes on your box like that with the loop facing you, and then obviously you will attach that with a split ring, and it's a great little handle. But then you know, you can do whatever you want with them. If I wanted to hang something from that, let me get a crystal or something like that. Where's my crystals? Now, what's the thought? Where have I put? Oh, let's see if we can put a pearl. Maybe I've got a nice pearl to go in there. I don't want one that's too big. Oh, yeah, I've got a pinky one. So here's my pearl, and then I'm just going to cut another bit of wire. But you can use a split pin if you want. Let me just. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to thread that on. Let me get a seed bead. This is another way of doing them. So I'm just going to get a little silver seed. Oops, did I get one? A silver seed bead. Right. And then what you do is you pop the wire onto the seed bead. Get that in the middle. Pop both wires. So you want that. And what I do with mine is I just pinch them in the middle like that. See? And then take both your wires, pop that through there and push that to the bottom. And that's secured your little teardrop on. And then if I wanted to, I can actually hang that from there. Now, if it was for a pair of earrings, I would wrap that around and secure that on. You know, you do something like that. I'm just showing you what I would do. Maybe you jewel makers out there would do it differently. But then I would just secure that in and around those beads. Clip off what I didn't need. If it's for a box, it doesn't matter. Fiddly little things, aren't they? Without actually clipping the... Come here. The rest of it. Oh my, it's fiddly. There, got that. I'm trying to rush, but if I was doing it to make something, I would spend a lot more time on it. The wire's hidden. I could have dropped that down a little bit more. But then I can push this up and have whatever shape I want. See? So there's just different things you can do. I mean, even that for a lever, you know, to lift up a lid or something like that. They're so easy to do. And you just play around. I could even then just, let me just see if I've got a little bit of... yeah, I've got a little tiny, just a piece of, no, I'm not going to use that, sorry, I'm just thinking about it, I'm thinking out aloud. Let me just see. I have lots of blingy bits and whatnots. If I wanted to, yeah, see what I could do then is you just put a tiny, I'm just going to hold it up so you can see it, a tiny bit of glue on there, and then I would drop that onto the bling because it's a pink, see, and it's just giving it that little bit more of a fancy look, and that will stay there. I could have dropped that down a little bit more by adding a couple of pearl beads on it. But you see what I mean? They're quite easy to make. Do your own embellishments, play around and see what you can come up with. You know, at the end of the day, make what you can't buy and buy what you can't make. That should be our motto. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.